Hello and welcome to Junaids Maths. In this video, we will see how to solve a two-part equation or a two-step equation. In the previous video, we saw how to solve an equation with just one step. Now this is one step ahead, but the basic principle is the same. The basic principle is that we're going to use opposite signs or the reverse operation, which you will see in a minute. Now, in our first example, we don't have a fraction. In our second example, we have a fraction. But in our first example, if you see that the 4 is joined with x, that means there is a time sign involved in this example here. Whereas in the second example, where we can see fraction and in this bar, that means a division sign. So in this two-step equation, we will see two signs, or there will be a time sign which can be hidden, and we can't see that, just like in this example here. Now we're going to go ahead and see how we can solve these two equations. So the first equation is 4 times x plus 1 equals 13. Now how we can solve this equation? We need to get rid of these two numbers from the left hand side. So if we call this the left hand side and this the right hand side, then you can see that on the left hand side we have x, 4 and 1. But what we need is just the x. So first of all, we are going to get rid of plus 1 and then the 4. And how do we do that? We're going to do just the reverse operation. So let's go ahead. Plus 1 opposite to plus 1 will be minus 1. But remember that this is what we have done on the left hand side. Anything which we do on the left hand side, we must do the same on the right hand side. Okay, so now we will see the result that we will be getting rid of this plus 1, and then the next step will be 4. Okay, so let's solve that. 4x plus 1 and minus 1, these two are going to be cancelled, and on our left hand side we only have 4x left. On the right hand side, that's 13 minus 1, which gives us 12. Now we have managed to come down to only one number on the left hand side. And how do we get rid of that? We are just going to do the opposite. As you know that there is a hidden time sign here, and 4x is the result of 4 being multiplied with x. So now let's go ahead and do the opposite. So we'll do divide by 4 on both sides. So now if we divide by 4 on both sides, this 4 will be cancelled and we'll be left with only x. That was our purpose. And if you see on the right hand side, that's 12 divided by 4, which is 3. Now our answer is x equals 3. So there were two steps involved in this. If you see that this is one of the easier type of equations, and only what you have to do is just keep getting rid of the numbers on the x's side. Right, so in the next example we can see that we have x over 5 plus 1 equals 4. Now how do we solve this example? We can see that, okay, plus 1 We had plus 1 here. What we did for that was we did minus 1. And on the other side, it'll be minus 1 as well. Anything you do to the left, do to the right as well. Now, in the end, we will be left with x over 5 on the left-hand side. And on the right-hand side, we're going to have only 3. And how do we read this? This is x divided by 5 equals 3. Or in other words, something divided by 5 is going to give us 3. And again, sometimes you can solve from here using your mental math skills. Do not use that, as I've mentioned in my previous video. Now, the next step is going to be, because it's divided by 5, we want to get rid of 5, just do times by 5 on both sides. Okay, and now we get here x, which was our aim, and on the right hand side we have 3 times 5, which is going to be 15. That's it. So if you do struggle with algebra, keep watching my videos, subscribe to my channel, and give me a thumbs up if you like this video. And stay tuned. Thank you.